Hey guys, welcome back. So today we'll be multiplying mixed numbers. So let's look at this example here. First thing we're going to do, we're going to turn these mixed numbers into improper fractions and then we're going to multiply. So we have 2 and 1/2. I'm going to multiply 2 times 2. This is going to give us 4 plus 1 is going to be 5. So this mixed number as an improper fraction is going to be 5 over 2. Times, we have 5 and 1/3. So 5 times 3, this is going to give us 15, plus 1 is going to give us 16. So this mixed number is going to turn to 16 over 3 as an improper fraction. Now we're going to multiply across. So we have 5 times 16 in my numerator, and my denominator we have 2 times 3. 5 times 16 is going to give us 80. And then 2 times 3, this is going to give us 6. And I can simplify 80 over 6 because the number 2 goes into both 80 and 6. 80 divided by 2 is going to give us 40. And then 6 divided by 2, this is going to give us 3. Since 40 over 3 is an example of an improper fraction, we're going to go ahead and turn this back into a mixed number. So 40 on the inside, 3 on the outside. 3 goes into 40 13 times. 3 times 13 is going to equal 39. 40 minus 39 is going to equal 1. So your mixed number is going to be 13. That's going to be your whole number. Your remainder is going to be your numerator. And then your divisor, that is going to be your denominator, and that's going to stay the same. And this is your final answer. So let's look at this example. First, we're going to turn these mixed numbers into improper fractions, 2 and 1/4 over here, and then we'll do our 1 and 2/3 over here. So 2 times 4, this is going to give us 8, plus 1, this is going to give us 9. So as an improper fraction, 2 and 1/4 is going to be 9 over 4. Times, let's go here, 1 times 3, this is going to give us 3, plus 2 is going to be 5. So as an improper fraction, 1 and 2/3 is going to equal 5 over 3. Now I'm going to go ahead and multiply across. In my numerator, we have 9 times 5. And then in my denominator, we have 4 times 3. 9 times 5 is 45. Over 4 times 3, this is going to give us 12. Now we can simplify 45 over 12 because the number 3 goes into both 45 and 12. 45 divided by 3 is 15, and 12 divided by 3 is going to give us 4. Since 15 over 4 is an example of an improper fraction, we're going to go ahead and turn this back into a mixed number. 4 on the outside, 15 on the inside. 4 goes into 15 3 times. 4 times 3 is 12. 15 minus 12 is going to equal 3. So 15 over 4 as a mixed number is going to turn into 3 from your quotient up here. This is going to be your whole number. 3 again from your remainder. That's going to be your numerator. And then the 4 is going to be your denominator. And this is your final answer. 2 and 1/7 times 1 and 1/6. 2 mixed fractions, we're going to turn to improper fractions. So 2 times 7 is going to be 14, plus 1, this is going to be 15. So as an improper fraction, 2 and 1/7 is going to be 15 over 7, times 1 times 6, this is going to give us 6, plus 1, this is going to give us 7. So as an improper fraction, 1 and 1/6 is going to turn into 7 over 6. Now I'm going to multiply across. In my numerator, we have 15 times 7. In my denominator, we have 7 times 6. 15 times 7 is 105. 7 times 6 is going to give us 42. The number 21 goes into both 105 and 42. So 105 divided by 21 is going to equal 5. And then 42 divided by 21, this is going to equal 2. So we are left with 5 over 2. Since we have an improper fraction, let's go ahead and turn this back into a mixed number. 2 goes into 5 2 times. 2 times 2 is 4. 5 minus 4 is going to give us 1. So we turn this back into a mixed number. We're going to get 2 as your whole number. That's your quotient. And 1 over 2. That's from your divisor. And this is your final answer. It's 2 1/3 times 1 1/4. Let's come on this side here. So we have 2 1/3. First, I'm going to multiply 2 times 3. This is going to equal 6. Plus 1, this is going to equal 7. So this is going to turn into 7 over 3 as my improper fraction. Times, now we're going over here, 1 1/4. We're going to do 1 1/4. I'm going to multiply 1 times 4. This is going to equal 4. Plus 1 is going to equal 5. So your improper fraction is going to turn to 5 over 4. Now I'm going to go ahead and multiply across. So 7 times 5 in my numerator, this is going to give us 35 over 3 times 4 in my denominator, this is going to equal 12. Since 35 over 12 is an example of an improper fraction, we're going to turn this back into a mixed number. So we have 35 over 12. I'm going to put my 12 on the outside, 35 on the inside. 12 goes into 35 2 times. 12 times 2 is 24. 35 minus 24 is going to equal 11. So to turn this back into a mixed number, we have my 2, which is my quotient. This is my whole number. And 11, which is my remainder, which is my numerator. And then your divisor is going to be your denominator. And this is your final answer. Let's try 4 4/5 times 1 4/6. We're going to turn our mixed numbers into improper fractions. So I'm going to multiply 4 times 5. This is going to give us 20. Plus 4 is going to be 24. So your answer is going to be 24 over 5. Now let's look here, 1 4/6. We have 1 times 6. This is going to give us 6. Plus 4 is going to give us 10. So your improper fraction is going to be 10 over 6. Now I'm going to go ahead and multiply across. We have 24 times 10. 24 times 10. This is going to equal 240. And then you have 5 times 6. This is going to equal 30. If you have 240 divided by 30, this is going to equal 8. So your final answer for this example is 8. 2 1/7 times 1 3/4. First thing first, we're going to turn these mixed numbers into improper fractions. 2 times 7 is going to equal 14. Plus 1 is going to equal 15. So this is going to turn into 15 over 7. Now let's look here. We have 1 3/4. 1 times 4 is 4. Plus 3 is going to equal 7. So your improper fraction here is going to be 7 over 4. Now I'm going to go ahead and multiply across. So we have 15 times 7 in my numerator and then 7 times 4 in my denominator. 15 times 7 is going to equal 105. And then 7 times 4 is going to equal 28. I can simplify my 105 over 28 because the number 7 goes into both 105 and 28. So 105 divided by 7 is going to equal 15, and 28 divided by 7 is going to equal 4. Remember, this is an example of an improper fraction. So let's go ahead and turn this back into a mixed number. So we have 15 over 4. 4 goes into 15 3 times. 4 times 3 is 12. 15 minus 12 is 3. So your mixed number is going to be 3. This is coming from your quotient. 3 from your remainder is going to be your numerator. And that's going to be over 4, which is your divisor. 2 1/8 times 7 5/6. We're going to turn these fractions into improper fractions. 2 times 8 is going to be 16. Plus 1 is going to be 17. So the improper fraction for here is going to be 17 over 8 times, here we have 7 and 5 6. 7 times 6 is going to be 42, plus 5 is going to be 47. So my improper fraction is going to be 47 over 6. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and multiply across. We have 17 times 47 in my numerator over 8 times 6 in my denominator. 17 times 47 is going to be 799 over 8 times 6. This is going to give us 48. Now, we know this is a large number, so we do need to turn this into a mixed number. We have my 799 on the inside and 48 on the outside. 48 goes into 799 16 times. 48 times 16 is going to be 768. 799 minus 768 is going to equal 31. So your mixed number is going to be 16 and 31 over 48. And this is your final answer. Let's try 1 and 8 twelfths times 4 and 1/2. So let's try this example here. We're going to turn both of our mixed numbers into improper fractions, and then we're going to multiply. So 1 times 12, this is going to equal 12, plus 8 is going to equal 20. So your improper fraction here is going to be 20 over 12. Times, let's go ahead and look at the 4 and 1/2. We have 4 times 2. This is going to give us 8. Plus 1 is going to equal 9. So we're going to get 9 over 2. Now let's go ahead and multiply across. So we have 20 times 9 over 12 times 2. 20 times 9 is going to equal 180. Over 12 times 2 is going to equal 24. I can simplify my 180 over 24 because 12 goes into 180 and 12 goes into 24. 12 goes into 180 15 times, and then 12 goes into 24 2 times. So I am left with 15 over 2. Remember, this is an example of an improper fraction. So let's go ahead and turn this back into a mixed number. We have our 15 on the inside, and then 2 is on the outside. 2 goes into 15 7 times. 2 times 7 is 14. 15 minus 14 is going to equal 1. So your answer is going to be 7 and 1/2. All right, so let's look at this example. Let's go ahead and turn these into improper fractions. 4 times 3, this is going to give us 12. Plus 2, this is going to give us 14. So as an improper fraction, 4 and 2/3 is going to equal 14 over 3. Times, we have 1 times 7. This is going to give us 7 plus 3. This is going to give us 10. So as an improper fraction, 1 and 3/7 is going to be 10 over 7. Now we're going to go ahead and multiply across. 14 times 10 in my numerator. In my denominator, we have 3 times 7. 14 times 10, this is going to give us 140 over 3 times 7. This is going to give us 21. We can simplify 140 over 21 because the number 7 goes into both 140 and 21. 140 divided by 7, this is going to give us 20. And then 21 divided by 7, this is going to give us 3. Since 20 over 3 is an example of an improper fraction, let's go ahead and turn this back into a mixed number. 3 goes into 20 6 times. 3 times 6 is 18. 20 minus 18 is going to give us 2. So your mixed number is going to be 6 and 2/3. And this is your final answer. 1 and 1/6 times 4 and 2/3. Let's go ahead and turn our mixed numbers into improper fractions. 1 times 6 is going to give us 6. Plus 1 is going to turn into 7. So as an improper fraction, this is going to be 7 over 6. Times 4 times 3 is going to give us 12. Plus 2 is going to give us 14. So as an improper fraction, we're going to get 14 over 3. Now we're going to multiply across 7 times 14 over 6 times 3. 7 times 14, this is going to give us 98. And 6 times 3, this is going to give us 18. I can simplify my 98 over 18 because the number 2 goes into both 98 and 18. 98 divided by 2 is going to equal 49, and then 18 divided by 2 is going to equal 9. Since 49 over 9 is an example of an improper fraction, we're going to go ahead and turn this back into a mixed number. 9 goes into 49 5 times. 9 times 5 is 45. 49 minus 45 is going to equal 4. So as a mixed number, we have 5 and 4/9. And this is your final answer. So let's try this example. We're going to go ahead and turn these into improper fraction. 5 times 3 is 15, plus 1 is going to be 16. So our improper fraction is going to be 16 over 3. Times 3 times 4, this is going to give us 12. Plus 3, this is going to give us 15. So as an improper fraction, we have 15 over 4. Now I'm going to multiply across 16 times 15 in my numerator, and then 3 times 4 in my denominator. 16 times 15 is going to be 240, and then 3 times 4 is going to equal 12. I can simplify this because 240 divided by 12 is going to equal 20. So your final answer is 20. And if you want, you can still simplify 240 over 12 because the number 12 goes into both the 240 and 12. So 240 divided by 12 is going to equal 20, and then 12 divided by 12 is going to equal 1. So 20 divided by 1, this is going to equal 20. All right, so you still get the same answer. All right, so let's look at this example. We're going to multiply 3 times 3. This is going to give us 9. Plus 1, this is going to give us 10. So improper fraction is going to be 10 over 3. Times 2 times 5. This is going to give us 10. Plus 2, this is going to give us 12. So as an improper fraction, you have 12 over 5. Now we're going to multiply across. We have 10 times 12 in my numerator, and then denominator we have 3 times 5. 10 times 12, this is going to give us 120, and 3 times 5 is going to be 15. We can simplify this. This is going to equal 8. So your final answer is 8. You can also simplify this because the number 15 goes into 120 and 15. So 120 divided by 15, this is going to give us 8 in our numerator, and then 15 divided by 15 is going to equal 1. So 8 divided by 1, you're still going to get 8 as your answer, okay? All right, so that is all for today, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.